I'm sitting right down in front of the Orisha right now. So they're hearing everything I say. You know what I mean?
Me too. Mhm.
Okay. So I was saying, and I lost my train of thought. But I did. I lost my train of thought. You know. But I was trying to make a point about why you can see somebody's Orisha Odu on a regular basis, but you can't see it when you can't go into Igbodu where it's at the time. Whether it's a matter of it being ignited with the prayers,
right?
Because
you asked Chief Farmer about.
Okay, now you bring me back to my point. I asked, and I said she had in her book that, and the question I asked her was, do you mean that women who are past their menstrual cycle can see Orisha Odu? I asked her 3 times. She never answered me. The first time she ever answered me, she cursed me out royally. I mean, that's public knowledge. It's on Facebook. Anybody want to go, just type in Chief Farmer. If she hasn't erased it, but I have screenshots. Anyway, and it had nothing to do with Orisha Odu. Trust me. It was just some other thing. But you understand? So there was a hint, because that was a hint. Because if you can't clarify that you wrote something and you can't clarify, why did you write it like that? Why did you say only the menstruating women cannot see Orisha Odu? And I tried to get her to verify what she means, but she never answered me. Okay? Because, quote unquote, she don't want to divulge any secrets. And these are the things that have kept this one of the issues that have kept women behind in Ifa. And women could be more, or kept women out of the ins and outs of Ifa. They've kept women on the outside, literally, closing the door, saying, listen, you can't come in here. Boom. You can't come in. It's a no-no. And you would have many owls now, because they're trained that way. They would argue you down. Like after I did AFA, I made a statement and I was told, listen, you can't say that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you had to take a picture down. They told you to take the picture down.
Yeah, and I didn't want to lie. What I said was the absolute truth. It was the truth. Oh no, the women can't be coming out of the Igbodu. Why?
Because y'all showed the picture showed y'all coming out of the Igbodu.
That's what it was. The women, the elder mothers were coming out of the Igbodu. They were right there with me. And I didn't know until it was time to come out, because I was blindfolded the whole time. I was blindfolded.
Well, I've heard them say that a woman that don't have her period anymore is considered a man.
Yes, that's what they say.
Now, who came up with that, I don't know.
Well, because they're saying that as a metaphor, meaning, well, now she's sanctioned to do things that men do that women who have their period can't do.
Yeah, please tell me the difference between a person with a period and a person without one. Where does it say that? Because I made it my business to ask one of the robbers. Well, I asked one of the robbers.
I was going to say that people don't get pregnant. The women without the period don't get pregnant, but that would be a lie.
Okay, technically, that is a lie.
Yeah, it would be a lie, because women do get pregnant without a period. I really don't know the difference.
Right, and I made my business in 2000.
I don't know.
Right. In 2008, 2009, I asked one of their rabbis in Nigeria, I said, could you tell me the Odu that says a woman's period is bad, a curse, is taboo? It took him 2 weeks to get back with me, but when he got back with me, he said officially He said, yeah, officially, there's no Odu that says that. And I have it. I have a screenshot. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But, so OSETURA, when we talk about the types of power that women garnish under OSETURA, you're talking about
birth.
Being able to use, of course, birth, bringing life into the world.
That's the number one thing. That under OSETURA, the number one, the main element, OSETURA is birth.
Okay. But when it comes to the disparity between male and female devotees and practitioners of Ifa, there's a thin line when it comes to OSETURA, because that female principle must be included. And it is not just a principle, it's actually talking about women in general. Okay? The whole thing started when they dissed Oshun and didn't include her in anything and just made her go in the kitchen and cook some food. Mm-hmm. That same thing is still happening within our system. You go see the ERs, they got full swollen legs because they said them all, they cooking for the plantain, they cooking for the ocha, and they cooking, they're just cooking up a storm, and they organizing everything, and they're doing a lot of the major part of the work. Even when the owls inside the room sitting down on their asses, and I say sitting down on their asses, I mean, we got more cushion on our behinds, so I don't know why we're the ones standing. They got stronger legs than us, so they should be standing doing some stuff, and the women sitting down divining. That's another thing, because if women have innately intuition, and that was the intuition of Oshun, that Oshun knew that for the world to function, we needed harmony. We needed love in the world. That's what Oshun brought. And they were really busy building, and everything was hard, and it was a marathon of testosterone all over the place. And poor Oshun was like, oh, my God, when are they going to at least let me calm things down, bring some sweetness around here, man. It's just like too much hardness around it. Too hard, too much hardness. So that didn't happen. And, girlfriend, I share mommy, I love you. She went and complained. She went and complained to Oludumare, say, Oludumare, listen, this is what's going on, Papa, big man, big daddy. Listen, these boys of yours, they are playing the fool down there. They don't want to let me into nothing. And I got something to share with them. I have something very valuable to give to the world, and they would not allow me to do it. And it's still to this day, why you think we got so many wars going on. The way how the men are running the world is going to hell. The proverbial hell, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no sweetness, there's no love, see, there's no nurturing, and those things that the women provide, the women, there's more than one way, because when a woman starts to intuit things, okay, aside from those features that the Odus lay out for us, when a woman reads, there's something inside of her that instinctively knows certain elements of the Odu that are not up for light. They're not common. You understand? I know. I mean, you do it all the time. You hit the nose on the head. Okay. Some people call it being able to tap into Ella, that divine force. Okay. And rather than just, you read somebody and then you go verify it in the holy, the Odu Bible, that, a lot of the Babalawos have the Odu Bible, and they, they read it like that. And and then just prescribe the ebo. Sometimes it's that very subtle and very personal aspect of the odu that is hidden, just like in the womb. It's hidden, and you can't see it unless it comes through the mouth of the woman. You see? Okay.
I think
and
also,
another power. That's another power that is missing. It's missing within the overall aspect of Ifa and Orisha relationships. That how we work with the Odus. That very subtle feminine element is missing because not many women are divining. Mostly men are doing it.
Right.
Okay.
Also, OSETURA represent the earlier myth about the birth of Eshu. Period. Eshu. And all Eshus represent procreative elements.
The procreative element. What is the procreative element? The man has to go with the woman in order to create. It's not the man go with the man and stick in the boys' club like how they have Ifa as a boys' club now. It's just a boys' club. You see every time you see a
brotherhood.
A bunch of men together. You never see the women. Where the women at? I mean, okay.
Brotherhood.
Okay, Iya. I'm getting all high strung, but Iya, I've been told by some babalawos why, like, let's take Facebook for example. Why aren't the Iyani files over there in Nigeria, for instance, communicating on the net? Oh, they're busy with their house. They're busy minding their children. They have to take care of,
Gundudu told us that on the radio.
Yes, he did. And I'm like, what?
He said the women busy taking care of the household with her new toaster. That's what he said on the radio.
I know.
I can go back and listen to it.
People can go and listen to it. I'm like, what?
They can listen to it. That's what he said. Yeah.
But you see, this is where we have to move away from. We have to move away from those stereotypes, because guess what? We, the women, are very capable, and in some cases, even more so. Because we have something inside of us that the men don't have. Okay? That's why they say the rationale behind receiving Orisha Odu, why men have to receive Orisha Odu, or quote unquote, should receive Orisha Odu, because a lot of them don't have it, but why men should receive Orisha Odu is so that they can be balanced with that feminine principle. Okay?
Correct.
So it's missing. A lot of the owls are missing that feminine principle, but yet and still they're divining and they're prescribing ebos and they're doing everything because maybe they have that other knowledge. But because of that same feminine principle, women are being denied the other knowledge that's there, that they should be knowing. You understand?
Right.
Okay? And then they want to beat me up for divining just with my spirit, and girlfriend got it down. I could call the Odu before I even throw it down on the board.
Oh, I used to read people before they go into the office.
No.
I used to sit in Madrina's house and tell the people that everything if I'm going to tell them when they go and they come back out there.
Now. I'm blowing my nails and rubbing it on my shirt. I'm giving myself some props.
Also, Odu OSETURA is the fundamental principle of the mystery of the Oboni society.
But people don't know, you see, that's okay. The Oboni society is shrouded in mystery. Okay? It's shrouded in mystery, and there are certain things. And the reason why I could say that is because why anybody could say that because of the principal deity that rules in the